This is my 2002 Yamaha G3 175. I got it used on Craigslist. The guy was asking $7,500 and it had been stored in the garage its entire life. It looked like a good boat, but a 2002, now it's 2019. A few things were wrong with it. A few things were just old. The carpet was old. It looked like it needed to be changed. Things like the trolling motor was it was missing a screw, so it only had 3 screws on there. The only way to get a screw going through it was to remove all the cabinets and everything and get a nut on the other side of that screw and to bolt down the third bolt. The boat needed, I don't know what it needed, but it took forever to start in the morning. It took like a good 5 minutes to start when it's cold, when we're getting on the boat. It had an old fish finder right there. It was an old hummingbird. It just needed a lot for it to be where I wanted it to be. One thing I did like about the G3 was the way it handled, the way it ran when it started up and, you know, it was on the water. And the seats, the fabric on the seats looked like they were lasting a really long time compared to everything I hear and see on the Bass Tracker. The boat was, the trailer was very well built. It looked like they weren't using anything cheap on the trailer. It was a very heavy duty trailer coming on these Yamaha G3s. The trolling motor, it felt like it had enough power. Sometimes it felt like the shaft wasn't long enough, and when a wake would come from the boat, it would come out of the water when we're getting pushed up against the corners. So probably a trolling motor that's a little longer. The wow worked great. All the poles most of the time got tangled in that box because it's just one box. There's not little slots in there like the Bass Tracker Pro 175 has. One long seat instead of each individual seat. And I ended up changing the impeller on it. Well, I had it for a year. That's about it on this boat. It was a pretty good boat for my first boat, but you know, taking 5 minutes to start in the morning, cranking it and cranking it and cranking it, couldn't figure out why. I went online and found a lot of people with this F50 Yamaha motor had a hard time starting it. That was one of my main concerns. Came with a battery selector to choose from the 3 batteries, and I really like that. That's a great upgrade. Overall, I look forward to my next boat. Me and my dad are ready to go fishing. Thanks.